Lego is being sued. Again, is it justified or is this just a cash grab? Jesus has finally returned, and well, he's returned with a vengeance and is suing the Lego group. Oh. Wait, that's not, Jesus? Oh, my bad. After strong encouragement from his supporters, artist James Concannon is suing the Lego group after they recreated his torso in set number 10291, Queer Eye, the Fab 5 Loft. Does he have a case? Well, before we take a deeper dive into this topic, I owe all of you guys an apology. December 29th, I published a video called Lego is Stealing Your Designs. And while Lego is known for stealing ideas and designs, this time, it wasn't the case. I immediately jumped on the bandwagon of F you Lego, and well, I jumped the gun too early. I impulsively made a video based on an Instagram post without knowing the full context of the situation. I retract my previous statements in my former video. Now that I have more information on this topic, we are about to clown this artist. To understand the story of Lego being sued, we have to highlight the man behind the lawsuit. James Concannon is a New York artist who specializes in taking garbage and turning it into art. James is quite unknown in the art space, but it seems like he has made a name for himself in the underground art scene. Even though this artist is relatively unknown, the little I found out about him is, well, quite disturbing. James is the self-defined cockroach foraging through the garbage you willingly released. Okay. Let's share some of his other inspirational quotes. I am the dirty rig your best friend OD'd on. I am the white male. I'm the white male you were warned about. There are other mildly disturbing quotes, but if you want to see those, do your own research, but I strongly recommend against it, unless you want to be mortified. Clearly, James is not sane, and well, that might be because of his drug usage. James is quoted as saying, yeah, drugs are great. I definitely enjoyed a plethora in my life experience. My brain is filled with all this fluid that caused me to fall into a deep audio and visual hallucinations, so I started taking a bunch of LSD to combat that. The biggest lie in the statement is that James has a brain, especially after we take a look at his artwork, which a lot of his artwork is extremely disturbing. A decent amount of his artwork is made up of bodily fluids or have a weird storyline. In this interview, James talks about how he found a dead man's photos in a dumpster, contacted the dead guy's sister, and well, let James tell you the rest of the story.
Hey man, this guy right here, this man, his name is Douglas Duma, and I found a set of photographs of him in a dumpster in New Orleans about 2.5 months ago. I made a little shrine in my house, and then I was like, I need to get into it, so I found his obituary online, and then I found his sister. This is his sister through his obituary. Her name is LaVon Venema, and she lives in Lowell, Michigan. And we talked on the telephone. She was yelling at me and I was yelling at her, and she was like, who are you? And I was like, listen, I found these things, I want to do work.
And if you think that is disturbing, I'm currently staring at a fecal-covered condom, which is one of James' masterpieces. I will never eat peanut butter again while scripting. All of a sudden, this peanut butter is tasting pretty rancid. Now that we've learned about this artist and his unconventional ways, let's talk about how this situation came to be. October 1st, Lego debuted their newest set based off the popular Netflix show, Queer Eye. 10291 Queer Eye, the Fab 5 Loft, was designed by VP of Design Matthew Ashton, graphic designer Diego Sanchez, and co-designed by Queer Eye member Bobby Burke. November 8th, 2021, artist James Concannon posted a statement on his Instagram. He's quoted saying, "Been holding my inner grudge a second, but salty today, so let's do it. Hey, Lego, it was quite the honor to see my art remade by you. After several calls with different reps at the company, I was promised a couple boxes as my remade and uncompensated art for my son and I to play with. Your reps told me how they loved creators. It was really sad on the release date to be told, we can't send you a box, but you can buy one. I used to really like Legos, now equals intellectual property theft. Feel free to tag Lego and let them know how you feel. Also, if there are any IP lawyers that think they can bring a case to fruition, get at me." Originally, the post went unnoticed for months until Lego YouTuber M&R Productions shared the post on his Instagram story. Like an aircraft preparing for departure, the post took off. Everyone in the Lego space was sharing the story or commenting on the artist's post, including myself. Yeah, even I commented on the post, but little did I know I would regret it. After receiving mostly positive feedback and people encouraging James to sue Lego, well, he went for it. Little did James know he was about to become a laughing stock. When James initially brought this case to lawyers, he claimed he was mocked. Lawyers claimed they had listened to the recordings and he was only suing because he had not received the free Lego set. I mean, if you read his Instagram post, he is essentially suing for not receiving a free Lego set. James is claiming he was mocked by lawyers. If you're being mocked by lawyers, you clearly don't have a case. Are you sure they just didn't do a simple Google search and find out that you make your artwork using bodily fluids? Honestly, how do you take someone serious if they dig through dumpsters and use their bodily fluids for art? I mean, if I was a lawyer, I wouldn't take him serious either. Finally, a law firm took him seriously. James is being represented by Chicago-based firm JRM Law. I'm curious how this will turn out. Lego's lawyers have already warned James that this would be an uphill battle. When you're a billion-dollar company, you have the best of the best lawyers. JRM Law is a small unknown law firm. While it is not my job to judge the capability of this law firm, there's no chance they will win against Lego's lawyers. The question you may be asking, does James have a case? Well, we have to go back to 2018 when Concannon gifted Queer Eye member Anthony Porowski the leather jacket. Even though I can appreciate the design, all James did was add spray paint to the jacket. According to copyright laws, copyright protects the creators of intellectual property of works of art, which means your design cannot be reproduced or duplicated without your permission. However, clothing is considered a useful article. This means you cannot copyright the clothes themselves or even the design. So far, it seems James does not have a case, and if by some miracle he wins, it's a small torso, which is worth probably about 25 cents, plus the Queer Eye set isn't selling well, hence why after a month of release, the set was on sale for 30% off. James' settlement will end up being very small, but it seems like he will lose the lawsuit, which will result in him having to pay for his own lawyers and Lego's lawyers. At the end of the day, if Lego promised you the sets, they should keep their word, but bringing a lawsuit against them, you're not gonna win and you're gonna get screwed in the end. James, if you're watching this, I'm all about artists being treated fairly. I consider myself kind of an artist, but you have no case, and this will only result in you losing money. I'm gonna leave you with this final video by James Concannon getting possessed by the devil himself. I'm Brother from Another Brick. You guys are awesome and well, have a great day.